sometimes these men try to tension you or make you feel like you don't have anything upstairs, right?
Yeah.
So sometimes you find yourself trying to prove yourself twice as much.
So, like, I know you've been doing this IT thing for a while, but I want you to, like, for the sake of people viewing, how long have you been in the tech space?
That'll be 4 years now.
4 years now that you've been doing this. And, like, what would you say your career progression has been from when you started to now?
So career progression in terms of what?
Can you say, like, with this career in cybersecurity, like, you can say that my career has really grown from 0 to where it is right now? Because there are some career paths, right, that
you feel stagnant.
You feel stagnant, and the growth potential doesn't really.
Yeah.
So
I would say my growth has been massive, overwhelming to say the least. Probably I take it for granted at times, and I feel like I'm stuck. But then my friends around me that have actually seen me from
grow,
0, like they are the ones that keep telling me that Anna, you bad.
You're doing good. You're doing good.
When I hear things like that, I'm just like, I actually go back to the table and I'm like,
no, I feel like
I've actually done well.
I feel like you've really done well, to be honest. Because me, I've known you since like back in the day, from when we're still in school and when we're confused and trying to figure out life. And look at us here right now. Look at you. Look at you. You're doing good.
Why they do that?
Okay, you know what? I think this cybersecurity now, does it require like coding?
Well, I wouldn't say it's compulsory for you to be like, to start like, knowing coding and all. But the truth is, the basics of anything has never, like, no knowledge is a waste, right?
Yeah.
So I found myself trying to learn Python.
Yeah.
I found myself trying to understand certain kind of scripting. Why? Because I work with developers a lot.
Yeah.
And if you don't know certain things, they're going to bobo you. Bobo is like, they're just going to...
They'll just be pushing you here.
Yeah.
So right, because you don't know what
I've had a conversation
saying.
with someone. I was trying to get a job into a fintech here in Nigeria. And the person, what did the person tell me? The person told me that the cybersecurity team here is total BS. Like, the people there don't know what they are doing. Why did he say that? Because he was a developer in that... particular company, but he was able to say that, deduce that, because he has like knowledge of cybersecurity already. Do you understand? So while there were certain things that would be in his codes, and he expects that the security team points this out, but they don't. And of course, developers, let me just tell you, like, cybersecurity and developers, we fight a lot because they just want to push their codes, but a security person will stand ground and say, no, you need to fix this code.
At this point, I think engineers have, like, they fight with everybody, because even PMs, product managers and engineers, we
fight with everybody, because
it's always a battle.
Because in a way, we actually have the final say. You understand? Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, security is key.
If you want to push an application live, and I'm still standing my ground saying that this is insecure, they will hate me. Yeah. But they don't understand that I'm saving this particular organization from losing billions of money. Yeah. So it's not about how fast, it's about how well. Do you understand? Yeah. So I've just been, the guy was like, he actually left them. Like, he didn't even tell them. So you can imagine already that company is at risk. The company is already exposed, and it's no longer in that company. You can imagine. So imagine he becomes a bad boy tomorrow,
and just decides to. I mean,
the company is gone.
Cybersecurity is
the company is gone,
especially for, like, financial and data companies. I can only imagine, like,
companies
top priority. You need people like her. And obviously, you guys, this is your chance. You want to get into the tech space. She has already said how. If you want to get into cybersecurity, she has already mentioned how. So let's even leave, all this tech talk. Let's go, because at the end of the day, we are humans, right? And we have career, we have other things. So I think the question I want to ask you is, aside work, what do you do for fun?
For fun.
aside TikTok, because she TikToks a lot. She like, you
But
like
I don't
TikTok,
post.
but she doesn't post. You TikTok and save it on her phone, and it's there for forever.
Yeah. So aside, I remember, like, what do I do for fun really? I love being indoors. Let me know, like, but in terms of fun, I would say I'm actually like a sport person. I like to play table tennis a lot, and I actually I love fitness. Okay.
Fit farm.
I'm a fit farm person. I'm always conscious of my body, right? Yeah,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, and because if you have so much money and your health is
do you understand?
Like, you're not gonna enjoy the money.
Health is wealth.
Yeah, so I'm really a like fit farm advocate. Even though you might not see me in the gym from morning till night. But fitness is actually something I do for fun. I think
actually in this like work from home era.
Yeah, it has made it so easy for me now.
Work from home.
Yeah,
and like we are always either in front of our laptops typing, and it's easy for the day to pass. So you need to find ways to definitely.
I love planning for people. I know back then a lot of people would tell me to start like an event company, but I would just rather like help my friends. Yeah. I'm not about the entrepreneurship life. Let me not lie. I'm more of a career woman. I also design. I'm into graphics. And
there was a time when you actually like.
Yeah, I still do it like, now. Maybe my sister got married. I did her wedding card, everything. Stuff. Yeah, so I actually still do it. Just that I don't necessarily charge for these things because it's fun to me. Okay, and I like going out sometimes. It depends on who I'm going out with.
I can relate. I can definitely relate. So, like, will you consider yourself an introvert or an extrovert?
Good question. I'm in the middle, to be honest, because me being I think my extrovert nature comes out depending on who I'm with.
Exactly.
Like now, me and her now, we look like we're extroverts. But trust me, if I'm with you that is watching now, you will just be, is this girl shy? Is this girl like, you just be confused. So my personality depends on who I'm with. So I'll say I'm in the middle. Yeah.
I would have actually liked you to actually say maybe you're an introvert, or you're more of an introvert, or more of an extrovert.
I'm an ambivert.
Ambivert.
Thank you.
Okay, she's an ambivert. Yeah. So like, how would you say being an ambivert like affects like your career or your interactions in the place of work?
Yeah, so at the beginning when I started my career, I remember one of the first ratings my supervisor gave to me was I need to be more out there. Why? Because my job demands that I talk. Yeah, so if I can't interact with people, I'm not going to be able to stand my foot on certain things so I remember my boss, he was basically like a father figure at work, and he always tried to encourage me during my appraisals, telling me that I need to be more out there and not just hide behind people because there's so much in me. And anytime I feel withdrawn in my workspace, especially because I work with men, like most times I might be the only female in my work environment, right? So sometimes these men try to tension you or make you feel like you don't have anything upstairs, right? So sometimes you find yourself trying to prove yourself twice as much. Like they could do one thing and feel recognized, and then you have maybe certain supervisors that are not. I call those kind of supervisors archaic, because maybe more of traditional men. Do you understand? You find them saying some derogatory things to you, like take it easy, you must be weak by now, you must
imagine such statements.
Leave it for Femi to do. And I'm like, come on, I have not complained, like, because the more you do things, the more exposure
of course you get.
So it's not like you're restricting me from getting the exposure I need in this workplace. So you also need to stand your ground on certain things like that. But I think that's a different talk. The gender disparity that occurs in workplaces, especially when you're mostly around men as a woman, that should be another conversation.
I think it's definitely what talking about, even if it's just a bit. I think for me, like we've already said that, like I believe I'm more introverted than I am extroverted. Even I'm around people like you that that I can remove my wig and just be crazy. But when it comes to the workplace, I think the one thing I usually tell myself is like I'm who I need to be to get things done. So I don't like that thing where I'll say because I'm an introvert I cannot talk. Then I will now go and blame her because they say I'm an introvert. No, if I need to be an extrovert to get what I want, I will be that extrovert.
And that's one lesson I really learned from my first workplace. So now you can't find me hiding behind people.
Exactly.
Like, you have to, like when I need to speak, I speak, and when there are certain times when they are just like maybe blabbing in the workplace and they're like, "Oh, Anna, why are you not talking?" I'm like, because I really do not need to speak right now.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Yeah. That's definitely understandable. So I think the next thing I'm going to talk about, because we've dived into personality, what you do for fun, and I'm just also trying to just paint this scenario that we that we're in the tech space, we are human beings. We like to eat out, we like to watch movies, and also we have that part of our lives, our love life. You know what I'm talking about? That love life. So I have a few questions for Anna. Don't worry, don't be scared.
Okay.
First of all, what's your take on office romance? Is the laugh for me?
That question choke.
It choke. What's your take on it?
I feel like office romance is like it's beautiful, especially at the beginning, because that's just the time when you are just getting to know each other. So the whole I really want to see this person is still there and all, but is it really healthy on the long run? And it takes only two mature people to sustain a relationship that is in the office. Talk more of you people are actually in the same department. If you people are just maybe in the office and you're not in the same department,
one is in marketing, one is in engineering,
that one is even okay. But I'm talking of a situation whereby you guys, you see yourself every freaking time. During your departmental meetings, you guys are there. Like it's a lot, and it gets to a point where as a female, you might begin to get shy. You might begin to feel withdrawn. For example, they say, Anna should do her presentation today, and then shy your baba is there looking at you. You now get shy. You cannot really express yourself the way you would want to. It might at the beginning, but maybe later on, you just get used to the fact that this guy is here to stay. But one thing I would say is, if one person, if the relationship really blossom, say maybe into 6 months, you guys actually start dating and all. One thing I would really advise is, if one person can get another job, it should be encouraged, because you don't want people into your business. Because for me, I'm private. I don't like people. So for example, now I'm sad at the office today. Maybe I'm having cramps. And then because my office people know that I'm dating Femi, next thing, is it Femi that annoyed you? And Nigerians can be very.
Are you for Femi?
And Nigerians, they talk carelessly. That's the truth. They don't know. Even they'll just try to make it look like they are joking. But it will get to you. You understand? So to avoid that disrespect and all, I feel like people that are doing office romance, at a point, it might not be easy, but if you can, that's why I said, if you can, let one person try and get another job, and you guys continue your relationship from. So there.
Definitely, because there's some people that when they hear office romance, okay, maybe they've had bad experiences, but they're always like, oh no office romance. But I think one thing people need to realize is that, like, especially for us, or I can speak for myself, I'm a workaholic. I work, like, either I'm working
space or I'm home.
That's the space I'm always in. Where will I meet somebody?
It's just like Big Brother Nigeria, the way they fall in love.
Exactly.
Or NYSC camp. It's actually real. People have gotten married out of these places.
Disclaimer, I'm pro office romance. That's where I got my husband.
Maybe that's where I'll get my husband.
You guys, wink. But okay, so let's dive into finances now, because you know everybody, when they think about tech now, is money is there. Everybody wants to now be in tech because of money. So let's say you're dating someone and it's a really serious relationship. Where do you stand in terms of splitting bill?